Welcome to another tutorial of Proflan YouTube channel. In this particular video, we're going to see how do you work out question for additional math to do with equations of straight line graphs, questions that are tested in additional math. So we're going to have a candid discussion on how you are supposed to work out that questions or such questions. And you can see here, we are told in this particular question here, we are told that variables x and y are such that when the log of 2y plus 1 is plotted against x squared, a straight line graph passing through a point 1, 1 and 2, 5 is obtained. Then we're supposed to find the value, we are supposed to find y in terms of x. So something that we need to appreciate here is that this is going to be a straight line graph, log of 2y plus 1 against x squared. When that is plotted, we are going to get a straight line graph that passes through a point 1, 1 and 2, 5. Now, in order to work out this question, it's very, very, very simple, because we know this equation obeys a straight line graph. It's a straight line graph, so it's going to obey the rule y equals to mx plus c. So we can now say we're going to say let log 2y plus 1 be equal to y, and we are going also to say x squared to be represented by x, so that we can be able to know what is the value of x and what is the value of y. But now, because we are given the coordinates, we can now say a straight line of this is going to be written y is equals to mx plus c. Yeah, because this is a straight line graph, we are going to say it can be written in the form y equals to mx plus c, which means that we are going to find what the gradient m is, and the gradient m we can be able to find it using these points that we have here. And we can also find what is the y-intercept for this, which is the value of c. So meaning we can be able to find m, which is the gradient, and a gradient is usually m is equals to what? The formula for that is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. I believe you remember that, right? So that we can now say our gradient m is going to be, we can just find it here. We can find the gradient m. It's going to be 5 minus 1 over 2 minus 1, and that is going to be 4 over 1. So the gradient is 4. So meaning our m is actually 4. You have found the gradient. Now, in order for you to find the y-intercept, and that is our c now, in order to find that, you are going to write now that this is going to be y is equals to m. Our m is the value that we have obtained at this given point. So we are going to say this is going to be 4x plus c. Now, we can use any of the 2 points that were given here, so that we can be able to find what the value of c is. And then that is, we can now say, for simplicity, let us use that. And then we are going to say, at this particular point, x is 1, also y is 1. So which means that we can be able to put or replace y with 1 and x with 1, so that we can be able to have one unknown, which is c. And therefore, this is going to be, this is 1 is equals to 4 into 1 plus c. And then we're going to have our c equals to negative 3. So meaning we have the value of c, and also we have the value of m. Then this equation can be written as y equals to 4x minus 3. Yeah. So once we have this equation here, but remember we had let y to be equal log 2y plus 1 to be equal to y. So we need to now replace this with the initial original value. So meaning that this equation of ours now can be written as log 2y plus 1 is equals to, now what I do, I'll get rid of this because already I'm done with this. I really don't need it. So let me just transfer that information. Instead of y, now I'm going to say this is going to be log 2y plus 1 is equals to 4. Instead of x, remember x was x squared. So we're going to say this is a x squared, then minus 3, the one that we had gotten. Now, the question was asking us to find y in terms of x. We cannot be able to leave it like this. We're supposed to find y in terms of x. So at that given point, remember, this is log base 10. When you are having a log and it's not, nothing is written here, it means it's to base 10. So we can say this is the same as, this is actually log 2y plus 1 base 10 is equals to 4 x squared minus 3. So which means that if I want to remain with y, I can be able to express this in index notation. So I'm going to raise this number by this. So we are going to remain with, in index notation, this becomes 2y plus 1 is equals to 10 raised to power 4x squared minus 3, right? So that I can be able now to take 1 on the other side, then I divide by 2. So finally, our y is going to be 1 over 2 into bracket 10 raised to power 4 x squared minus 3, yeah, then minus 1, then minus 1. So that is basically what we are going to remain with at the end of the day after working out this. And that is exactly what we were supposed to have as our final answer for you to earn the 4 marks on this particular question. If you are new to Proflan YouTube channel, consider subscribing so that anytime I'm going to upload a tutorial, you'll be notified. So we're going to find the value of y when x is root 3 over 2. We're supposed to find the value of in that case. So in this case here, we are supposed to find the value of y when x is actually this value that we are given. But we know our y is this, right? Our y is this part. So which means that in order to work out this, we are going to say that y is equals to a half into bracket 10 raised to power 4 x squared minus 3, right? Then minus 1, right? So we are going to replace x with this part that we have here. And then this is going to be a half into bracket. This is going to be 10. Yeah, this is 10. I believe that is clear. This is 10. 4 into bracket. If you square root 3 over 2, that is going to be 3 over 4. Then minus 1, right? Minus 3. Then here we have minus 1 at the end of the day, right? So if we try to work out this, I can see that we are going to have 1 over 2 into bracket. If we work out this 4 and 4 will cancel out, and then we are going to remain with 10, and 3 minus 3 is going to be 0, minus 1, and any number raised to 0, is actually 1. Any number raised to 0 is actually 1. So meaning that this is going to be a half into bracket 1 minus 1 equals to 0. So the value of y in this case is the beautiful 0 that we have at this given point. Then the next question that also we are supposed to find the value of x when y is 2. Find the value of x when y is 2. already we have the equation for y. Yeah, this is the equation that we had for y. So what will be the value of x when y is 2? So we are going to start looking at this question from here. You look at it from here. We're going to say y is equals to 1 over 2 into bracket 10 raised to power 4 x squared. Yeah, let me write this 4x squared minus 3 minus 1. So we are going to substitute where we have x, y, we are going to write these two there. So we shall have 2 is equals to 1 over 2 into bracket 10 4x squared minus 3, then subtract 1 there. I'm going to multiply it by 2 both sides. I will multiply 2 by 2 here, by 2 here, so that this and this will cancel out, so that I can end up remaining with 10 raised to power 4 x squared minus 3 minus 1 equals to 4. Because 2 times 2 is actually 4. Then I'll take this one on the other side. I remain with 10, right? 10 4x squared minus 3 is equals to 5. So you can say, I'm going to introduce log both sides. So I'm going to have log 10 4x squared minus 3 is equals to log 5, equals to log 5. But log, if you're having this one, you can be able to take the the power behind the log, so that we are going to have 4x squared minus 3 log 10 equals to log 5. But log 10 is actually 1. So meaning we're going to remain with 4x squared minus 3 is equals to log 5. And that will mean we need to take 3 on the other side to become addition. Then we divide by 4 and then find the square root. So x is equal to the square root of 3 plus log 5 over 4. And if you work out this, you are going to get your answer. If you work out that, you're going to get your answer as 0.961. 0.961. 0.961. If you work out this, our answer for the value of x, if you work it out, our x is going to be 0.961. So that is what you are supposed to get in this particular question. I believe you have gotten value from this particular question. And if you are new, consider subscribing so that anytime I'm going to upload the next tutorial, you'll be notified. See you in another video.